Hi guys, I'm Simon and today we're doing the top 5 items that I'd like to see in Breath of the Wild 2. Now, Breath of the Wild 2 was kind of inevitable because of how successful Breath of the Wild was, and I really like the game, and for this list I just want to see some of the classic Zelda items that I'd like to see or make a return in the sequel. So for number 5 is the Pegasus Boots. Now the Pegasus Boots is a classic item, its first appearance was all the way back in A Link to the Past, and has appeared in various other Zelda games since, like Link's Awakening, A Link to the Past, No Link Between Worlds, or at least said that, and various other games. And for this, I would like to kind of make them have a bit of an update, sort of, but not like, don't change it too much. So, for example, I would like, if they do bring back the Pegasus Boots, I like to give it. I would like them to give Link a bit more of speed after he's run out of stamina. If they do bring the stamina wheel back, and I would like it if when Link does run out of stamina, the Pegasus Boots can just give him like 30 seconds, 40 seconds more running time. So yeah. For number 4 is the water bombs / the bomb chews. Now this will be, if I would put these into the game, I'll make them a rune and put them under the remote bombs section. And for the water bombs, I would like them to be only used underwater if the underwater ability is allowed, and you can go underwater and see various parts you couldn't do in the original Breath of the Wild game. Yeah, and for the bomb chews, I would like it to have them roll along the floor and up ceilings, just like they did in previous games that they were featured in. And like the remote bombs, I would like them to you could detonate them at any point in time. For number 3 are the iron boots. Now, I would like to have the iron boots like combined with like the water bombs, so then you can like not only use them remotely from underwater, but you can also use the iron boots to see any second treasure that you can find, and there will be kind of like some cool side quests you can do in the sequel. Yeah, and that would be really cool if they brought back the iron boots and they could use those sort of features. For number 2 is the whip. Now the whip is only used in like a couple of games, like Skyward Sword and Spirit Tracks, and I'd like them to have more of an update. So like kind of like combine both. What I mean by that is like I would like to see them combine both whips from Spirit Tracks and Skyward Sword together. So you can like hit when you use the whip, you can like the whip can get into enemies, and you can like fling them about, that sort of thing. But it would like only work on like the goblins, the smaller type of enemies, because if you use it like a Lionel, it could possibly like break because of how strong the Lionels are. And for number 1 is the claw shot / the hook shot. Now, I would like them to either make the hook shot its own item or make it into a rune on the Sheikah Slate. Because if it was like a rune, it would kind of like act like a sort of, kind of a bit like the magnetic gloves a bit, but except it's attracting and attracting and pulling back. You know how if you played older games with the magnetic boots, no magnetic boots, the magnet gloves, you'll know what I mean. But if the hook shot was a rune, I would like to see like Link using the Sheikah Slate, holding it to like any tree or something that the hook shot can cling onto via the Sheikah Slate, and it will make this like kind of like holographic line hook thing, and it can pull it and you'll be pulled towards a location. But if it was an item, I would like to keep it the same with the claw shot as well. So yeah, that's been my top 5 items I would like to see in Breath of the Wild 2. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and hit the bell for more notifications, and I'll see you in the next video.